In this video, I'm going to take you through the installation of Eclipse for Java, and we'll set up a workspace and create the famous HelloWorld app. So I'm following the instructions here on this activity guide number 1. I'm going to demonstrate this in the Windows environment, but it's very similar in Macintosh. So first of all, I'm going to search for Eclipse for Java. And so the first result says Eclipse IDE for Java developers. We are at the Eclipse Foundation, which is at eclipse.org. The package it says here was last released in 2013. Let's get the newer one here. And so here we have the Eclipse for Java packages. So you can see, scrolling through their page, they have a lot of different languages that use Eclipse for their development. We're looking for this one here called Eclipse for Java Developers. And since I'm using Windows, I'm going to choose the Windows 64-bit package. There's several things you can click to download. I will click the link with the current version of Eclipse. You should see down in the bottom there is a download in progress. Once this is completed, I will click on the arrow next to it and show in folder. We should see a zip file. Let's open up the zip file and see what's there. You will find inside the zip file an Eclipse folder. If you were to open that, you would see the Eclipse program. So let's just copy the Eclipse folder here. So I'm going to copy Eclipse from the zip folder, copy it, and I'm going to select my computer and choose the local disk and paste the results. So I'm pressing Command V or Control V, and it will copy the folder from the zip folder into the root directory of my hard drive. Alright, now you can see that my installation is done. I have copied the folder called Eclipse, and it's sitting inside of my C drive, my root directory. Let's open the folder and see what's there. The item I'm looking for is eclipse.exe. This is the application file, and if I double-click it, it will launch, or it might launch. If you have difficulty with the Java environment, you might have another installation to do. You can see that mine is working fine, and I'm going to keep going. However, if you do not have the Java Development Kit installed, you need to search for this, the Java SE Development Kit 8. And then you'll have downloads for various operating systems and instructions on how to set these things. So select the operating system of your choice here. It looks to me like 64-bit for Windows would probably be the right one for me. And then return to my Eclipse after this is done. However, my Eclipse is working fine. So the next choice that I have to make is where I am going to install my programs. And so the default for me says I'm in the C users with my username, and it's asking me to create a folder called Eclipse Workspace. You can change this if you like, and I'm just going to choose Launch for now. Alright, it appears that my application is launched, and I have Eclipse on my screen. So I'm ready to create a first project. This welcome screen we can just ignore. I'm going to close the welcome, and I am going to go to the File menu, choose New, and a Java project. Now I'm going to create this HelloWorld app. So a couple things that you should notice here. I have selected the Java Development Kit 1.8, and so that is my execution code that is necessary to make Java run. If you've gotten the Java Development Kit installed, you should see something similar. So 1.8 is the version that I'll be using in this class. The first thing we're going to create is the HelloWorld application to test everything out. Notice the default location says this is where I can find my project once it's running, and I'm just going to choose Finish. Okay, so here's HelloWorld. Let's see what's in this new folder in the project area. So I have a library system. This is where all of the Java runtimes are. Most of the time we can ignore these. They're all there just working in the background. And then the source folder is where I am going to do my coding. So the first thing I'm going to do is right click on this source folder and choose a new class. So let's choose New, and I'm choosing Class here. Now I'm going to select the name first of all. This is going to be called Hello. So let's look at some of the options for Hello. Well, first of all, I'm going to check mark this one. It wants to have a main entry point to the application. So for all of our Java standard text console apps, we will want to have a main activity. So let's choose Finish. Okay, it looks like it's creating my new file. And a little bit of starter code. I have my entry point now. So here is where I can put my first message. Now in Java, if you recall, system.out and then .println, print ln. And then I can put in my message in there, and I can say, hello, how are things? And then put a semicolon, and I should be able to run this application. So I'm going to choose the green arrow for run. It's going to ask me to save it. And now in my console at the bottom of the screen, I say, hello, how are things? And it looks like my environment is running correctly. Let's make this a little bit more complicated. I'm going to create a new function up here, and let's see if we can make this make a hello function. So let's see, private, and let's call it void, and we'll call it print hello. And I'm going to put the system.out in there, println, and inside of here I'm going to create a new class. So let's call this thing hello is my class name, and I'm just going to call it H, and it's going to be a new hello. So what is hello? Well, hello is this class itself. And so now I should be able to type h dot, and there should be a print hello coming up. So there it is, a suggestion of print hello. So I'll save the changes and run it once more, and now I have the same result down below. Okay, so there's the first activity showing that we have indeed installed Eclipse and Java, and we can make something run.